And we are live. Start something that your future self and your children will be thank you for. Welcome back to Start Power with Nikki. My name is Nikki.
And I am Nikki also.
In Start Power with Nikki, it's our goal to inspire, motivate, and of course, enlighten you guys.
And to do that today, we are excited to have one of us with us today. She's a business partner just like us, and she is a mom of 6. She's a wife and a successful digital business owner. It's my pleasure to welcome to our platform, Vera. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Sisters Nikki Square, for having me here. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to Stamp Unique, and thank you so much for honoring our invite today. So, Steve, please introduce yourself to our audience.
So, hello, everyone. Good morning and good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are going to be watching us from. My name is Vera Ogbomo. I am originally from Nigeria. And as you heard from Sister Nikki, I am a mom of 6, beautiful children. I reside here in Ireland, with my family. And until recently, I was working as a healthcare assistant. And then due to the blessing I got from this business, I was able to retire early from my job. And right now, I am a student in psychology.
Wow.
And also managing this business, full time from the comfort of my home or anywhere I find myself. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. Oh my God, you are such a strong woman. Goodness. Wow. So when we are talking about busy life, what else can we define as a busy life? You're a mom of 6. You're a student. You're full-time workers. Oh my goodness. That is wow. And you are also business owner. How did you even manage to do all this?
To be honest, no, it wasn't easy. I think it just had to be with my own mindset, really, because I know before I left my country, Nigeria, I had a very big dream. And then coming to Ireland, I found out that that dream was actually, diminished, and it became almost like vague, really. I didn't see it coming to pass if I continued to live my life the way it was.
Yeah.
And so I started looking for something, to improve myself. And then I stumbled over this business at my lowest points, if you allow me to say that, So I stumbled over it when I was actually sick from work. And prior to that, the only thing I believe that could actually make me realize my dream was to work. And from I actually started from working part-time to working full-time to becoming not just a full-time, from fixed term a contract to becoming a permanent contract. And I found out that as soon as I got that permanent contract, that was I remember before I got that, I was hoping to achieve that level because I thought my life would be balanced. But the truth is I was actually trading my whole time, for someone else. I was trading my time for money. And that was how, I got hit, the hard way. So I was working full time, working 78 hours every fortnight. I still end up, picking up extra shifts to make ends meet. And what did that do to me? I wouldn't lie to you. My bank was always never empty. But the truth is that I was losing out on something.
That's right.
And the more work or the more money I have in my bank, the more time I was losing out on with my children and with my family. So it was like, like the devil who, there's a slogan in Nigeria then where you say, the devil will give you a hat, but will take the head.
Oh,
They will
yes.
take the head that you are going to use to wear the hat, right?
Gosh.
So that was my situation. So I had to decide for myself what I really, really wanted. And thank God, this business actually came to me at that point. And as I saw it, I knew that it was what I wanted. It was the fit, for me. And like I said earlier on, due to the benefit of this business, I was able to resign from my job, full-time job. And the next year, I was able to resign from my part-time job fully, focused on my studies. Right now, I'm only doing my studies with my kids and my business from home.
Amazing.
So bills are being paid. Not mortgages now. Bills are being paid. All my dreams of having something to do back home, they are being realized. All the debt here,
Yes.
I'm just having, I think, from going from a debt of about 76,000 euros, I'm actually left with about 1,000 plus left from a whole debt, just because I decided to do that for myself. So It's just a no-brainer, for anyone who is looking for an opportunity to make their dream come true, especially if you are in the diaspora.
Awesome. That is amazing. I mean, you are one tenacious woman, and kudos to you. Kudos to you. We're hoping that people will be inspired. A lot of women are out there and they're afraid of taking that first step. And like you, there are thousands of women out there, especially we Africans, we foreigners in the diaspora, working hours on end and picking up extra shifts just like you. We're hoping that your story can touch somebody. So when you signed up when you first saw the business model, what was it for you that distinguished it from every other businesses out there? Because when you talk about the online space, it's vast. And a lot of us are finding it difficult to know which one is the real from the unreal. And I know you've been doing this business for years. So what set this business apart for you that gives you that gave you that, this is it, I'm going to do this particular business?
Thank you so much, Mr. Adenike, for that question. In fact, I get asked that question every single time. If you hadn't asked me, I would have actually chipped it in some way. So, I tell you now, guys, this was not my first online business. Okay, in case you are someone who is out there and you're thinking, oh God, I've done this before, I've done this one, it didn't work. So I think this one is just like everyone. No, it isn't my first one. And to me, that was the blessing I had from seeing this one, because I was able to put the one I did before side by side with this one. And this just ticked all the boxes and everything from me. And I said, yes, this is it. So that was why one of my challenges I had, in this business was I had a very extremely skeptical husband. Fine, you could have skeptical, relatives, that are far away from you. But if it is the same person that you share the bed with, it is actually very hard, to want to do something without him. So he was very, very skeptical. But because I knew that this business was it, I was able to stand, my ground. I was able, though it was not easy, but like I said, it was a time that I had to, travel all the way from here to England to meet my sister, so that I could actually have that small support, because she always supports me with anything that I, decide to go into right from childhood. And I said, okay, this is my mommy. Let me go to my mommy to get that little boost that I need.
Yeah.
Okay. But I tell you, it went from, I would say maybe I had 55 before, it went from 55 to minus, because she did not only just support me, she was like, what was your husband? Has your husband allowed you to do this business? And I said, yes, even though it was like a year, because I know my husband was already, it wasn't fully in support anyway. And she said, I will use the Nigerian language, that you made your husband open his two eyes like this and made you do this. In fact, I went from whatever position I was to zero, to minus zero. So it wasn't that easy, for me at that time. But you know what? I picked up myself again. I went back to what I had before, and this one, and I said, no, I am going to push forward. And today she's very supportive. She's actually, praising me and saying, thank God that you took this decision. Thank God that you stood your ground. And my skeptical husband is not a business owner, guys. I don't know how to even say that enough. So yes, so it is it is actually a thing. Because one thing about this business, okay, in case if you are someone who has already done something before, let me tell you some of the features that actually attracted me to this one. One, no selling involved. You are not going to be personally selling anything by yourself, because why? You have a system that you are plugged into that does that for you.
Yes.
Then, number two, this business works around your own schedule.
Yep.
That's right.
Right?
Yes.
In this way, I was able to differentiate this between this one and the other one, because one, the other one, I was still pushed a little bit because it was on a subscription base to do the training. So being busy, being a very busy mom, I couldn't even complete my training to set up a Facebook page. Every single month for 6 months, every single month I kept, and if you don't subscribe, you are thrown out of the system until you pay again and you come back in. But
wow.
that's this system for us from once off, and you have it for life.
That's right.
So
That's
that
right.
alone tick that box for me. thing was, which was a very, very big one. In fact, that was that was my final decision that I needed to make, was I had a mentor from the beginning, a mentor and a coach.
Yes.
A mentor when I need anything, to do with the business, and then the coach to help me strategize. I said this was it. So guys, I don't know the situation that you are, or the position that you are in right now concerning your mindset in regards to this business, but I tell you, this is it. And then you wouldn't even appreciate it until you come in, until you
Right.
press that button to come in. You would appreciate what you're going into.
That is amazing, sis. I really applaud your God. You follow your God. You trust yourself, and you have that solid right mindset right there, and that is what pushed you through. Imagine you having wanting to do something for yourself, and you have obstacle from left to right. I know it can be very difficult, but look at you. You make that decision, and honestly, when I said make decision for yourself today, and your future self, we thank you. Even your children, we thank you for it. You did that. You did that, and that is amazing. Look at you retiring from your full-time work, your part-time work. Now you are like full-time mom, paying all those attention to your children, having those amazing family time and focusing on your study is amazing. And your business is running. And this business we're talking about here is something that you don't even have to dedicate your whole day to. Just set it up and it's going automatically. I really applaud you for your courage, because we have a
Thank
lot of
you.
people out there that a little bit of obstacle arise, that's it. But we hope that your story can encourage our people out there. We don't say go against your spouse, go against but trust your God, because majority 99% of time other people's choice doesn't mean that is right. Just because somebody said no, it does not mean that thing is right. Trust your gut, okay? And trust your God too, because with God, everything is possible. We keep bringing story here every day. Everybody have a different story. Everybody have a different background. But you guys, if you put 1+2, you can see that something is working here. Something is working. That was because we have a system that is working. We have a proven system that's been helping thousands of families for years. And we're not going to be here tarnishing our name if this is not right. And I love what you said. The fact that the training site, you don't have to subscribe to it every time. This is a lifetime thing, guys. It is lifetime. It's the only thing that takes you is to be a member, and you have lifetime access. That's it. And just reach out to us, reach out to any one of us, and we give you exactly the information that you needed, because this is deal. This is online thing right now is like a good mine out there. Okay. And even though our daily corporate job, they are going online. My hospital, you find them online. Everybody is establishing themselves online. So why not taking the advantage of it, guys? It's amazing. If this busy mom right here is doing it,
Yeah,
not just a busy mom, she is not only our full-time employee. She is a student.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? She's doing it.
Yeah.
Okay. So what excuse do you have?
Absolutely.
We are also not sitting behind the house. We are also a registered nurse as well. We work. But ever since we started doing this job, we were able to reduce our hours significantly. You don't need to retire from what you're doing. The retiring is going to be your choice.
Yeah,
Okay?
exactly.
Just because you are doing like a side also, it does not mean that you will decide in the future. Because once your plan B replace your plan A income, multiply it, then that will be your decision. Like, okay, I think I got what I'm looking for.
Absolutely.
And since you mentioned something earlier when you said that when you get to the overseas, right, it looks like your dreams is fading away.
Yeah.
That is right. I really love that aspect of you, that you pay attention to yourself. People really don't pick that aspect of their life because they were just getting lost into the system. But everyone travel, we jackpot, and then we get here and we get lost into the system, and that's it.
Yeah.
And we just keep on doing all those things, the same situation, the same cycling that our upper level have been done for decades. And they don't make it. And they couldn't even show up for anything. We lost into the system as well. But if you really don't pay attention to yourself, right, you wouldn't even pick it up. You're just going to say, oh, yeah, I'm working. I'm living overseas. I'm working. I'm living overseas. You get a paycheck. All the paycheck is going to the bills. And the credit card is getting high and getting high. And the debt is just include everything is just accumulating. By the time you knew it, you're in big trouble. Because even if you don't work for 2 weeks, it's a big debt, you know. So it's better to pay attention to ourselves and so that we can see, is this really what we want? Is this getting better? Is something need to be changed? You are a good example to thousands of us out there. And I do really hope that your story can inspire many, many of us out there.
And absolutely, where they say where there is a will, there is a way. I don't want us to just use the carpet and cover some things about this amazing woman. Look, if we need excuses, there will be thousands of reasons why you should not do something you want to do. But look at this woman. She's a mother of 6. You know what it means to take care of 6 children in the abroad. Living at home that will have, help here, maid there, grandma and all of that. In the abroad, 6 children. To be a wife to an African man and be a student. Not only a wife to an African man, a skeptical one for that matter. For her to overcome these challenges, these obstacles, there's something that is driven inside of her. And that's one of the things we want to leave with everyone watching us today. Regardless of what you choose to do, look, this our online business is amazing. It's working. It's been working for thousands of years. It ain't changing. It's not gonna change now. So look for something that you can do for yourself. Look at this woman. 10 years from now, mark it down. Her kids are going to honor her. Her kids are going to adore her. They're going to praise her.
Yes.
Do something. At the beginning, we said, do something that your children will be proud of you. Mothers out there, anybody, even fathers, even anyone out there, make a living. Do something that your generation will be proud of you. Take inspiration from this amazing woman and from us, and know that where there is a will, there is definitely a way. My dear sister, how did you do it? How?
Thank you so much, sis. Like you said, Sister Yenike, I had my dreams, right? And I remember coming into the country. My dream was not to work in a healthcare setting at all. My dream was just to continue in my computer science field. But then I had to do what was available, because at the time there was no job. I remember I did some preliminary course in technology here, and just to get a place to do my work experience, which was free work experience, like I won't get paid, it's just for me to come and help you. I couldn't find a way, and then I decided myself that, listen, this is not going to be it. I was coming to help you for free, and you're not giving me a place. So how am I even going to make headway with trying to apply? So I decided that for myself. So I had to do what was available at the time. And I think that was what opened my eyes to everything. Okay, when I came into the healthcare settings, I had another shift. I said, okay, maybe to make these things better, let me go for nursing. All right. So, of course, the children started coming in quiz sessions, and each time I'm either pregnant when the school is resuming, or I'm either, just like that. But during this time, there was this one of these, the experience I had with my surroundings. I'm always very careful, even though I'm very quiet at work and everything, I observe. I remember being on a lunch break with one of my bosses, and I admire that woman so much. She used to be very, very hardworking and everything, and she was so poised, this good looking woman and everything. I felt she was really fulfilled. Those are the kind of people that you look at and you admire their lives and you want to be like them. And in my own case, I said, okay, I would love to become like a manager like her. But you know what, during one of our breaks, and she said something, and that thing actually stuck with me. She was just discussing general, and she said, you know what, guys, today is Friday, right? Today is our pay day. But when I tried to pay with my card, my debit card, I couldn't pay at the supermarket because there was nothing. Fine, we got paid today, right? In my head, I was like, yeah, this one could be heading so amount per hour. And yet, because all our bills are already paid off. Like you have, mortgages and everything tied to that account.
Yeah.
So she said she had to depend on her credit card. In my head,
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay, so this is not what I want to be, I want my life to be. But then I still managed to say, okay, I will do this. Maybe somehow I will look for a way to do it somehow. But I tell you, that stuck with me. So that was why when I got into this business and I could actually understand why people are quitting their job. It's not as if they don't love their jobs. They do.
Yeah.
And to be very honest, I loved my job. My job actually formed part of who I am today.
Mm.
And there are still some times that I still dream about my colleagues. I still dream about the people that I used to support, that I still pray for them. So I think we should get in my bag and just go to them and help them. That is how much I love that job. But I tell you, there will come a time in your life that you have to choose for yourself. All
Yes.
right. So I have to look at this. I'm like, okay, it's not just like these people don't love their jobs, but because they know that it wasn't giving them what they wanted.
That's
Now,
right.
in the community, I could actually remember an older lady who is already retired, who said she brought all her children together and she asked them individually, write down everything you like about me. Of course, mommy is good, mommy is that, but there was one thing that the last child is also a grandmother already,
Mm-hmm.
right? And she said, there is just one thing I wish that you did. I
Mm-hmm.
wish you had stayed with us more
Mm-hmm.
than you did. So you can actually imagine that part. Even though she felt so fulfilled and everything, there was still that part. And we're talking about this woman is a great grandmother. So that trying to be like a grandmother already, right? But
Yes.
she still missed that part. So she said that was
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that informed her own decision when she was making her own children, when she was
Mm-hmm.
rearing her own children, to make sure she still dedicates some time for them. But you know what? It is very, very hard for somebody who is living in diaspora to dedicate your time to your kids because you have to pay bills. But now that you know through this video, now that you know that there is a means that you can actually earn while you are actually still taking care of your own family, while you're spending time with your family, why not go for it? I leave that with you today.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you brought that point up. We were talking to someone yesterday, and the person made mention of, we trade in our time for money. That's why we go to
That's
work.
it.
And so in the course of trading in our time, a lot of us are lacking in the presence of our children. And it's legitimate, it's understandable, because of course we need to put food on the table. But with this our business, you can have it both. You can
Yes.
gain back your time freedom, and you
Yeah.
can gain back your financial freedom, and still spend quality time with your loved ones, with your children.
Exactly.
So that at the end of the day, what we said in the beginning, that do something today, start something today that your children will be proud of you of, So you can have the time, you can have the money, and you can have the presence, spending time with your kids. That's in this business that we're talking about.
That is amazing, sis. You are well spoken. Oh my God. Thank you so much, guys. Sister Farah, you are amazing. You are a strong woman,
Thanks
very
for having
inspiring.
me. Thanks for having
Thank
me.
you so much for joining us today, and we really appreciate your time. To our audience, thank you, every one of you. Don't forget to love, like, and share. Our goal is to inspire, enlighten, and motivate you guys. We really do hope that this can touch you in one way or the other. Step up. Register with your name and email address. Watch our webinar. Come inside and see for yourself exactly. And actually, say, okay, I actually wanted to see what these people were talking about. Come inside and see for yourself. That is the only way you can see the value, okay? Because this business has helped us realize our values in many ways. It's going to help you go in thousands and thousands of miles, like you would not even imagine. All right? There is no limitation. You can do much more. Just because you're getting that bi-weekly paycheck or your monthly salary, it doesn't mean that you cannot be much than that. All right? I always said to people, like, you cannot drive Lamborghini by getting paycheck from somebody else.
No.
There's no way.
No.
There is no way. Your dream house, remember, American dream, remember? There is no way. The system is already set you up to dry up. To dry up. We are living on the credit card, all right? Like we're living on the debt. So our life don't have to be like that. Our life don't have to be like that. You can hand that time you have been lost in. You can hand those freedoms. You can, get your financial stability. And this business is going to help you there. And listen, guys, this is not a magic. We don't perform magic here. All right. But however, you get all the tools you need to successful in your business. Just come in with your right mindset. You just need to have that right mindset, you know. Come inside and see for yourself and put in that little effort you need to do, put into it, and you will see how God will do great in your life. You will turn your life 60 degrees and you will be looking back and say, wow. All right. And like we said, do something that your generations to come we thank you for. All right, guys. Until we see you again on Standpoint with Nikkei, stay blessed. Thank you
Bye,
for joining us.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.